Hello everyone. Today we are dealing with the exercise 7.4 of chapter number 7, coordinate geometry. Okay, first we will start with question number 1. Determine the ratio in which the line 2x plus y minus 4 equal to 0 divides the line segment joining the points A 2 comma minus 2 and B 3 comma 7. So first we are taking the ratio as k is to 1 and let the point which lies on this line which divides the line segment joining A and B be P of x comma y. Just see the figure, line joining AB, and you have taken a line L which is 2x plus y minus 4 equal to 0 which divides AB in the ratio k is to 1, and that point which is dividing it in the ratio k is to 1 is taken as P of x comma y. Okay, let k is to 1 be the required ratio and let P of x comma y be the point on the given line which divides AB in the ratio k is to 1. Okay, now by section formula what we can say? By section formula you will get the coordinate x comma y as k into 3 plus 1 into 2 divided by k plus 1. That will be your x coordinate. Okay, so x is equal to k into 3, 3k plus 2 divided by k plus 1, and what you will get your y as second coordinate will be k into 7, that is 7k plus minus 2 divided by k plus 1. Now again this point P, its coordinate is your x comma y is your 3k plus 2 by k plus 1 and 7k minus 2 by k plus 1, and that point P lies on the line 2x plus y minus 4 equal to 0 also. The meaning is the point x comma y which you have got in terms of k will satisfy the given equation of the line. Therefore, what we can say is since P of x comma y lies on the line 2x plus y minus 4 equal to 0, it satisfies the equation of the line also. That means you will get 2 into, instead of x you can replace what value you have got in terms of k, that is 2 into 3k plus 2 by k plus 1 plus y which is 7k minus 2 by k plus 1 minus 4 equal to 0 or is equal to 4. Now simplifying you will get 6k plus 4 plus denominator is same, so you are taking in common, divided by k plus 1 is giving you 4, or 6k plus 7k plus 2 divided by k plus 1 can be taken to the other side and it will give you 4 into k plus 1. So that is giving you 6k plus 7k plus 2 is equal to 4k plus 4. That is taking your k together, you will get 6k plus 7k minus 4k is equal to 4 minus 2. And here what you will get? This will become 9k. 9k equal to 2 will give you k is equal to 2 by 9. That means you have taken k is to 1 as the required ratio and you are getting the value of k to be 2 by 9 means, therefore the ratio, required ratio is 2 by 9 is to 1, which implies it is 2 is to 9. Okay. Question number 3 is find the center of the circle passing through the points 6, minus 6, 3, minus 7 and 3, 3. So you have been given 3 points on the circle and you have to find out the center of the circle. Let the center of the circle be taken as P, x, y, and 3 points have been taken as A, B, C respectively. So the concept which you will use is, they are acting as, that is PA, PB, PC, all are radii of the circle. So you will have PA equal to PB equal to PC. Using that, we will find out what is X and Y, because first we will use PA equal to PB, any two equality, and you will get an equation containing X and Y. Since you have X and Y as two unknowns, you should get two equations so that you can find out the both values. Okay. So first we will start with, let P of X comma Y be the center of the circle, and let A 6 minus 6, B 3 minus 7, and C 3 3 be the points on the circle. Okay. So since these are on the circle and P is the center, we can say that PA is equal to PB equal to PC. Why? Because all are radii of the same circle. That's why they are equal. Okay. So from this we are just splitting it into two. That is, first we are taking PA equal to PB and getting an equation or else a value, and then taking the other one, that is PB equal to PC, and getting another thing. Okay. PA equal to PB same as PA square is equal to. Why we are taking square on both sides is to remove that root concept, or else you just write the definition and then take the square. Okay. The definition for PA, what is that? Using distance formula, what you will get? PA will give you x minus 6 the whole square plus y minus of minus 6, which is y plus 6 the whole square, is equal to root of, what is PB? X minus 3 the whole square plus y plus 7 the whole square. Squaring both sides, we will get x minus 6 the whole square plus y plus 6 the whole square is equal to x minus 3 the whole square plus y plus 7 the whole square. Expanding, x square minus 12x plus 36 plus y square plus 12y plus 36 equal to, in the right hand side you will have x square minus 6x plus 9 plus y square plus 14y plus 49. So x square will get cancelled, y square will get cancelled. Now we can collect the x terms and y terms. Here you have minus 12x, here you have minus 6x. So minus 12x minus 6x will come here as positive, so you will get total minus 6x. Okay. Then you have y term as plus 12y and plus 14. This will come here as minus 14, so you will get minus 2y. So minus 6x minus 2y. And what about the constant? 36 plus 36 will give you here 72. And here you have 49 plus 9, which is 58. That means the equation which you are getting is minus 6x minus 2y plus 72 minus 58 equal to 0, or minus 6x minus 2y plus, here what you will get, 14 equal to 0, or 6x plus 2y minus 14 equal to 0. I have taken negative throughout, or you can say multiply throughout by negative sign, so that you are getting this equation. Okay, now put this as equation number 1. We can use it later. Now you start with, or else you can make this as, this is equal to 14. So equation number 1. Okay, now we can start with PB equal to PC, or again we are taking the distance formula and then squaring both sides. Okay, so PB will give you, here already you have found out what is PB, that is x minus 3 the whole square plus y plus 7 the whole square is equal to, again, root of, what you will get, PC is, this is the point C. So you will get x minus 3 the whole square plus y minus 3 the whole square. Squaring both sides, you will get x minus 3 the whole square plus y plus 7 the whole square is equal to x minus 3 the whole square plus y minus 3 the whole square. which implies x square minus 6x plus 9 plus y square plus 14y plus 49 is equal to x square minus 6x plus 9 plus y square minus 6y plus 9. Again x square get cancelled, y square get cancelled, and the remaining terms are, here you have minus 6, minus 6. This will give you minus, this will give you again cancelled. Okay, so x term is gone. Now you will get 14y here, and here you have minus 16y. So sorry, 6y. So it will give you 14y plus 6y in the left hand side, and the remaining terms, here you have 9, 9, 18, and 49, and this will give you 58. To the other side it is negative 58, so that it is giving you minus 40, and here it will give you 20y. So that y is equal to minus 40 by 20, it is equal to minus 2. So you got the value of y here. Now you can just use this equation in order to find out what is x. So you are just substituting in equation number 1. Equation number 1 becomes 6 into x plus 2 into, instead of y you will substitute the value as minus 2, is equal to 14, which is 6x is equal to, here you are getting minus 4 is equal to 14, or 6x is equal to 14 plus 4 equal to 18, which implies x is equal to 18 by 6, that is x is 3. So question was, you have to find out the center of the circle, and we have taken the center as p of x comma y. Therefore, the center of the circle is p of, instead of x you have got 3, instead of y it is minus 2. So the center is 3 comma minus 2. Okay. Question number 4 is, the two opposite vertices of a square are minus 1, 2 and 3 comma 2. Find the coordinates of the other two vertices. So I have drawn a square with A, B, C, D as the vertices, and taken as the opposite side AC minus 1, 2 and 3 comma 2, and let one of the vertices be x comma y, that is I have taken B as x comma y. Okay, let ABCD be a square with the opposite vertices as A minus 1, 2 and C 3 comma 2, and let the third vertex be B. Third vertex be B of x comma y. Taken the coordinate of B as x comma y. Okay. Now again here you have two coordinates to be found out. That means you need two equations or two concepts to get the value of both x and y. So one concept which you are using is, since it is a square, you will have AB is equal to BC. That means all the sides are equal for a square. So one concept which you are using is AB equal to BC, and that will contain x and y in the equation. And the other concept which you will be using is ABC is a right angle triangle, so you can use your Pythagoras theorem, that is AB square plus BC square will give you AC square. Using that you will get another equation containing x and y. Okay, so let's start with AB equal to BC. Since ABCD is a square, that is the reason for taking this AB equal to BC. What is AB? You will get, again AB equal to BC will imply that AB square is also equal to BC square. So squaring both sides, the root of will get removed, and you will get x minus of minus 1, which is x plus 1 the whole square, plus y minus 2 the whole square. That is your AB square, equal to BC will give you x minus 3 the whole square plus y minus 2 the whole square. Again root of will go because you have taken BC square here. Now expanding, you will get x square plus 2x plus 1 plus y square minus 4y plus 4 is equal to x square minus 6x plus 9 plus y square minus 4y plus 4. x square get cancelled, y square get cancelled. You are getting here 2x, here you have 6x, so this will come here as plus 6x will give you 8x, and minus 4y, so that get cancelled, and here you have plus 1 and 4 will give you 5, and the other side you have 9 and 4, right, 9 and 4, so that you are getting 8x is equal to 9 plus the other thing is 4 minus 5, which is giving you 9 minus 1, which is equal to 8. So you are getting 8x equal to 8 means x is 1. You got the value of x. Now we will use the other concept, that is Pythagoras theorem. So since triangle ABC is right-angled triangle, right-angled at B, so B, you will have by Pythagoras theorem AB square plus BC square is equal to AC square, right? This is by Pythagoras theorem. Now we are just replacing AB square with this we have already written. So it is x plus 1 the whole square plus y minus 2 the whole square plus BC square is this x minus 3 the whole square plus y minus 2 the whole square, which is equal to, what is AC square? 3 minus minus 1, that is 3 plus 1 the whole square plus 2 minus 2 the whole square. So here you will get 3 plus 1 is 4, 4 square is 16, and here you can just replace the value of x which you have got, x is equal to 1 in this part, so that this will become 1 plus 1, 2 square which is 4, plus y minus 2 the whole square, plus again here you will have 1 minus 3, 1 minus 3 is minus 2 the whole square is again 4, plus y minus 2 the whole square is equal to 16. That is, you are getting 4 plus 4 is 8. It will go there as minus 8. So 16 minus 8 will give you again 8. So these two terms, again y minus 2 the whole square and y minus 2 the whole square will give you 2 times of y minus 2 the whole square, which is equal to 8 you are getting. Okay, that means y minus 2 the whole square you are getting it to be 8 by 2, which is 4, or taking square root on both sides. Taking square root, what you will get? This will become y minus 2, but the other side will give you root of 4 is plus or minus 2. That means you will have two cases for y. It is either y minus 2 can be 2 or y minus 2 can be minus 2. Now if it is 2, you will get y is equal to 4, or you will get y is equal to minus 2 plus 2, which is 0. So you are getting two values of y. Therefore, you can say that the coordinates, you have to find out the coordinates of the other two vertices. So when we say the coordinate, when x is 1, you are getting either 4 or 0. That means you are getting two coordinates. Okay. And two coordinates means if this part, if you are taking it as 1, 0, this will become 1, 4. Or else if this is 1, 4, this will be 1, 0. Okay. Or therefore, the coordinates of the other two vertices will be 1, 0 and 1, 4. Okay, which means if you are taking B to be 1, 0, then D will be 1, 4 or vice versa. Okay. Question number 7 is, let A 4, 2, B 6, 5 and C 1, 4 be the vertices of triangle ABC. The first subdivision is, you have 5 subdivisions here. So one by one we are considering. First subdivision is, the median from A meets BC at D. So we have drawn a triangle ABC, and from A median has been drawn AD, which is that is D is meeting at some point on BC, and that point, again, what is the meaning of median? That median or the point D will divide BC into two equal parts, or D will be acting as the midpoint of BC. You have to find out the coordinates of the point D. That means since D is acting as a midpoint, you can use your midpoint formula. That means if these two are x1 y1 and x2 y2, that is x1 plus x2 by 2 comma y1 plus y2 by 2 will give you the midpoint. Okay, since D, so first answer is, since D is the midpoint of BC, the coordinates of D will be what you will get, 6 plus 1 by 2 comma 5 plus 4 by 2. So if you have taken x comma y, the x comma y will have the value as 7 by 2 comma 9 by 2. So this is D. I am just replacing it with 7 by 2 comma 9 by 2. Therefore the coordinates are 7 by 2 comma 9 by 2. Second subdivision of question number 7 is, find the coordinates of the point P on AD such that AP is to PD is given to be 2:1. So the ratio is given in which P divides. So I have taken P here, somewhat here, so that this ratio, that is AP is to PD, is 2:1. Now in order to find out P, you can use your section formula. This will be acting as M1, M2, X1, Y1, X2, Y2. So you will have 2 into, that is M1 into X2 plus M2 into X1 divided by M1 plus M2 will give you your first coordinate of P, and similarly you will get the second coordinate also. Okay, now you can just say that by section formula, the coordinates of P are, what you will get, 2 into 7 by 2 plus, like this, 2 into 7 by 2 plus 1 into 4 divided by 2 plus 1. That will be your x coordinate, and y coordinate will be again 2 into by 2, that is 2 into 9 by 2 plus 1 into 2 divided by 2 plus 1, that is M1 plus M2 will be the coordinate. This is equal to, here you will get 7 plus 4 by 3 comma, this will give you 9 plus 1 by 3, that is 11 by 3 comma 11, sorry, this is 2, so you will get 11 by 3, same, both x and y are same. Okay. Third subdivision is, find the coordinates of the points Q and R on medians BE and CF respectively such that BQ is to QE is equal to 2:1 and CR is to RF is equal to 2:1. So we are just separating this into two cases. First I am taking only BE as the median on AC, so that E will act as the midpoint of AC. That means you can find out the coordinates of E using midpoint formula, and they are saying that Q is the point on the median BE such that it divides BE in the ratio 2:1 at Q. So using your section formula you can find out what is Q then, and after that only we will check for the CF median and point R on it. Okay, so first we are taking, let BE be the median. That means since BE is the median, E is the midpoint of AC. Therefore, the coordinates of E are, what you will get, AC. So you have 4 plus 1 by 2 comma 2 plus 4 by 2, which is 4 plus 1 is 5, 5 by 2 comma, this is 6 by 2, which is 3. So this is your coordinate for E. So I'm just replacing the value 5 by 2 comma 3. Now you can just use your section formula. 2:1 is given and the 2 points you know. Okay, therefore the coordinate of, since Q is dividing BE in the ratio 2:1 by section formula, the coordinates of Q you can get, right? The coordinates of Q are, how will you find? 2 into 5 by 2 plus 1 into 6 divided by 2 plus 1, comma 2 into 3 plus 1 into 5 divided by 2 plus 1. That is, you will get here 5 plus 6, which is again 11 by 3, comma this is 6 plus 5, 11 by 3. So you can just see P, the point P which we got, that was also having the same coordinate 11 by 3, comma 11 by 3. Here Q is also having the same coordinate 11 by 3, comma 11 by 3. Now we'll go for R. Now for this, CF is the median, okay, on AB. So F will be acting as the midpoint of AB. Since CF is the median, F is the midpoint of AB. Now how will you find out the coordinates of F? Therefore coordinates of F are, again with your midpoint formula, what you will get 6 plus 4 by 2, comma 5 plus 2 by 2, which is equal to 10 by 2, 5, comma 7 by 2. So that is the coordinate of F. 5, comma 7 by 2 is your F. Okay. Now in order to find out what is R, again the ratio is given as CR is to RF. We are taking any point on CF and the ratio is given to be 2:1. This ratio should be in the same order which is they have been given in the question, that is CR is to RF should be 2:1. Okay. So since R divides CF in the ratio 2:1, the coordinates of R, that is by section formula you are getting the coordinates of R. By section formula, coordinates of R are, how will you get? 2 into 5 plus 1 into 1 by 2 plus 1, comma 2 into 7 by 2 plus 1 into 4 divided by 2 plus 1. That is, this is 10 plus 1 by 3, comma 7 plus 4 by 3, or it is again 11 by 3, comma 11 by 3. So all the three, that is PQR, all the 3 points PQR are having the same coordinate, which is 11 by 3, comma 11 by 3. Fourth subdivision they have asked is, what do you observe? That is, after finding out the coordinate of P, Q and R, what is your observation? And what you got is the coordinates of P, Q and R. Everything is same as 11 by 3, comma 11 by 3. That means that is a common point. Okay, and that common point through which all the medians, it is, if this is F, this is E and this is D, AD, BE and CF are the medians, and this point is common. Suppose this is P, this point is common to all the 3 medians, and this point which is common to all the 3 medians is called the centroid of the triangle. It is known as the centroid. That is, the centroid will divide each median in the ratio 2:1, which we have already observed. Okay, so what we call the point through which all the medians are passing is known as centroid, and centroid divides each of the median in the ratio 2:1. Okay. Fifth subdivision of question number 7 is, if A of x1, y1, B of x2, y2 and C of x3, y3 are the vertices of triangle ABC, then find the coordinates of the centroid of the triangle. Actually, this is an independent question. It is not depending on the 7th question which has been given here, the contents. So even if that is not given, because the coordinates are given here separately, so that it can be a separate question. Okay. So if the coordinates are taken as x1, y1, x2, y2 and x3, y3, ABC respectively, then you have to find out the coordinate of the centroid. Means the point, the centroid also divides the AD, that is the median, in the ratio 2:1, that we already know. So using that concept, that is using section formula, we can find out this coordinates of the centroid. Before that, we have to get what is D, because G is a point on AD which divides AD in the ratio 2:1. Okay, so first what we are doing is, since AD is the median, D is the midpoint, right? Since D is the midpoint of BCY, D is the midpoint of BCY, since AD is the median, comma, the reason for this is written here, and because of this we can find out the coordinate of D. The coordinates of D are, what you will get here, you can use here again midpoint formula, that is x2 plus x3 by 2 comma y2 plus y3 by 2. So the coordinates are x2 plus x3 by 2 comma y2 plus y3 by 2. You got D. Now you can use your section formula, because the centroid can be found out using section formula, because the ratio is also given there. Okay, let G be the centroid. Normally G is the notation used for centroid. Okay, let G be the centroid which divides AD in the ratio 2:1. Okay, then the coordinates of G are, how you are getting this? By section formula. Okay, by section formula, coordinates of G are, what is the formula you will get? 2 into this one, this coordinate, 2 into x2 plus x3 by 2 plus 1 into x1 divided by 2 plus 1 comma, again 2 into second coordinates, 2 into y2 plus y3 by 2 plus 1 into y1 divided by 2 plus 1 will be the coordinate of G. That is, 2 can be cancelled here. You will get x2 plus x3 plus 1 into x1 is x1. So you can write x1 plus x2 plus x3 divided by 3 comma, here again 2 gets cancelled and you will get y1 plus y2 plus y3 by 3. So this is the coordinate of the centroid if the vertices of the triangle are x1, y1, x2, y2 and x3, y3. Okay, x1 plus x2 plus x3 by 3 comma y1 plus y2 plus y3 by 3 will be the coordinate of G. Clear? Question number 8 is, ABCD is a rectangle formed by the points A -1 -1, B -1 4, C 5 4 and D 5 -1. PQRS are the midpoints of AB, BC, CD, DA respectively. You have to check whether the given quadrilateral or the quadrilateral which you will get is a square, rectangle or a rhombus, and you have to justify the answer. That means when you will give the reason, when you will find it out, that will be a justification. Okay, so for that, first they have given that PQRS are the midpoints respectively of these four sides. First we will find out the coordinate of PQRS. Then in order to check this concept, that is whether it is a square, rectangle or rhombus, we have to find the length of PQ, QR, RS and PS. If all the four of them are equal, all the four sides are equal, then you have two cases, either it can be a square or a rhombus. Now again you have to check for the length of the diagonals PR and SQ in order to confirm whether it is a rhombus or a square. If they are also equal, that means PR equal to SQ if you are getting, then you can say that it is a square, otherwise it is a rhombus. And if you are only getting opposite sides lengths to be equal, that will be a rectangle. So our process starts now, that is you have to find out the coordinates of P, Q, R and S. Okay, so coordinates of P. P is given to be the midpoint. So coordinates of P are -1 plus -1 by 2, comma -1 plus 4 by 2, which is how much you will get, -2 by 2, which is -1, comma here you will get 3 by 2. Okay, then coordinates of Q are 5 minus 1 by 2, comma 4 minus 4 by 2. That is 5 minus 1 is giving you 4, 4 by 2 is 2, and the other thing is, here sorry you have plus, right? 5 minus 1 by 2, and here you have 4 plus 4 will give you 8 by 2, that is 4. So you will have 2 comma 4 as the coordinate of Q. Now coordinate of R, what is that? 5 plus 5 by 2, comma -1 plus 4 by 2. This will give you 10 by 2, which is again 5, and here you will have 4 minus 1, 3 by 2. And coordinates of S are 5 minus 1 by 2, comma -1 by 2, which is equal to 5 minus 1, 4 by 2 is 2, comma here you will get -2 by 2, which is -1. So the coordinates which you are getting are -1 comma 3 by 2, then 2 comma 4, 5 comma 3 by 2 and 2 comma -1 respectively, PQ, RS. Now you need to find out what is the distance, that is the length PQ. Now PQ you can find out using your distance formula, which is root of, right? So I'm just replacing the values in order to find out this easily. P is -1 comma 3 by 2, Q is 2 comma 4, R is 5 comma 3 by 2, and S is 2 comma -1. Okay, now go for what is PQ. You can get PQ as 2 minus -1, or 2 plus 1 the whole square plus 4 minus 3 by 2 the whole square, which is equal to 3 square 9 plus, here you will have 8 minus 3, which is 5 by 2 whole square. So you are getting as 3 square plus 5 by 2 the whole square, which is 9 plus 25 by 4, which is again 36 plus 25 by 4 equal to root of 61 by 4 or root 61 by 2. This is your length of PQ. Now you have to find out what is QR. Again QR will give you 5 minus 2 the whole square plus 3 by 2 minus 4 the whole square is equal to, this is again 3 square plus here you will get 3 minus 8. 3 minus 8 is minus 5 by 2 the whole square. So this will give you again 9 plus 25 by 4. You can directly write because same value you are having root 61 by 2. Then what is RS? Root of 5 minus 2 the whole square plus 3 by 2 minus -1 plus 1 the whole square, which is equal to root of again 3 square plus here you will have 3 plus 1, sorry 3 plus 2, it is 5, 5 by 2 the whole square. Same thing, we are getting root of 9 plus 25 by 4, which is again root 61 by 2. Then you have SP. SP is equal to root of 2 minus of minus 1, which is 2 plus 1 the whole square, plus minus 1 minus 3 by 2 the whole square, which is equal to root of 3 square plus, here you will have minus 2 minus 3, which is minus 5 by 2 the whole square. So this is again 9 plus 25 by 4, which is root 61 whole divided by 2. You can just see that you have got PQ equal to QR equal to RS is equal to SP. That means 4 sides have the equal measure. So you can have, or you can neglect rectangle. You can have either rhombus or square. Now again, in order to confirm whether it is rhombus or square, you have to find out the length of the diagonals also. Now what are the diagonals? PR. PR is equal to 5 minus minus 1, 5 plus 1 the whole square plus 3 by 2 minus 3 by 2 the whole square, that will give you 0 only. 3 by 2 minus 3 by 2 the whole square will give you 0. So you are having only root of 5 plus 1, that is 6. Root of 6 square will give you root, will go, and 6 will be your PR. Now the other thing is SQ. SQ is root of 2 minus 2 the whole square plus minus 1 minus 4 the whole square. So you are getting 0, and here you will get 5, minus 5. Root of minus 5 the whole square, which is same 5 square, or you can say you are getting how much? 5. So here you have got 6, and the other part you are getting 5. That means PR is not equal to SQ. So what will be your conclusion? All the sides are equal, but the diagonals are not equal. Therefore, PQRS will be a rhombus. Okay. Since PQ equal to QR equal to RS is equal to SP, and PR not equal to SQ, quadrilateral PQRS is a rhombus. That means if the diagonals are not equal, it is a rhombus. Okay.